O'clock, time for a new video. Well, I had it all planned out, recorded a video with me, 40 minutes, a video 40 minutes long. Didn't hit record, wasn't recording it. 40 minutes long, wasn't recording it. And I was like, ugh, well, I gotta throw something up. I mean, I guess I don't have to throw something up, but I like throwing something up, and you guys are probably looking forward to it too, so I don't know what I'm gonna do. Be honest with you, I'm just winging it now because what I had the video. Oh, I was 40 minutes wasted. But I figured I would just talk about Christmas. It is Christmas time after all. We'll share some things I remember about Christmas that I really loved and hear from you guys. I like everybody celebrate Christmas a little different, so we'll just call this one, a Junkman Christmas or something. I guess I should put this on if we're going to talk Christmas. I guess. There we go. There we go. Hody ho ho. And a box of coal. So, let's talk Christmas. One thing that always reminds me of Christmas, especially when I was a kid, I knew Christmas was coming up, it was going to be around that time, was the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. What was that? Was it a claymation, cartoon? I could never really figure it out. I just knew I wanted to touch it. It looked kind of soft. But man, that nothing got you ready for Christmas as a kid. Now, I know today you can watch it at your fingertip whenever you want to. You could watch it in June, but no. We would have to wait. CBS, I think, aired it, Rudolph, and it would come on like maybe, I don't know, the weekend after Thanksgiving or something. You'd be so excited, and if you missed it, you was shit out of luck. And they had Santa Claus is coming to town. It wasn't as good. It had Frosty the Snowman, the cartoon they would air once a year. But the one to go to was the Rudolph, when his nose was so irritating. His nose was very, very irritating. But that really puts you in the mood. When you're about 8, 9 years old, Rudolph, that would put you in the mood. What about putting up the Christmas tree? It seemed like we always had to beg the parents. Beg my parents, like, okay, it's Thanksgiving, let's put the tree up. No, wait till next week. We'll wait. Oh, come on, tree. And then my dad would go in the attic, start cussing, trying to get it all down. Later in life, we would have a real tree, but as a kid, mostly growing up, it was a plastic tree. So we put it all up. By the time they got out of the box and put it in, me, my brother, my sister, my brother done gone off with his friends. My sister's done something. I was on the phone. I'm playing Star Wars. I could care less about that tree. And they're like, you told us about this tree up. Where are y'all? Oh, tell us when it's up. They never liked when I put ornaments on the tree. You put it in the wrong place. I put it where it needs to go. Why you got so many grouped together? Then getting the tangles out of the light. Remember that? Getting the tangles out? Another fun thing at Christmas was riding around looking at Christmas lights. Who did that? Ride around looking at Christmas lights. I don't know why that was fun, but it was fun back then. But it was only fun when there was houses that really did something special. We had a house up the road, and they had these cardboard cutouts of Alvin and the Chipmunks. They had a bunch of other stuff too, but they had Alvin and the Chipmunks, and they had that song about the hula hoop. I want a hula hoop playing the whole time. That was a lot of fun. Going by that house, I couldn't wait. We had another road where it was like a cul-de-sac road where you went down, it's dead end, and every house would decorate. So you always wanted to go check that one out. So it was always fun when you went to a really special thing. I tell you something I didn't look forward to, wasn't fun at all, was that people that was going caroling. Now I've only seen this once. At my house, I was probably about 11 or 12. Doorbell rang. I thought it was my friend Boyd or somebody. I got all excited, opened it up, and they were church folks singing caroling songs, with books out, just like you see on TV. It's the first time I ever seen it. And you know what I did? I shut the door in their face. I didn't know what I was supposed to do. I opened the door and they were singing. And I was like, awkward, and closed the door back. My mom was like, what are you doing? No, open the door back up. She opened the door back up. Oh, sorry about that. He doesn't get out much. But it's the only time the carolers ever came to my house. So I guess they learned their lesson on that day. So it's something else that just makes me think Christmas. On Christmas Eve, my parents would have like a party for the family. The family would come to our house and open presents. And that night, Santa Claus would come. And then we'd go Christmas Day to my grandma's house and eat there. It was always a lot of fun. I always want to bring the toys over. I would get Santa Claus toy. I don't want to leave. I don't want to go. I want to play with these toys. It was like, get your toys. Come on, we're going. So I would take what I could get in the car and take it over there and play while, they got lunch or whatever it was ready. So that was always a lot of fun. And you never really, I don't know about you, but maybe it's because I'm 50 years old this year. I mean 30 years old this year. It doesn't seem like Christmas. I didn't even put a tree up this year. It doesn't really even seem like Christmas. But I guess that's, my daughter's in her early 20s, my son's late teens, and it just doesn't seem that special anymore. Sure, we're going to go to my parents' house on Christmas Eve like we've always done, but it's just not the same when you're an adult. And when you have little kids, you can kind of watch Christmas through their eyes, and it's a lot of fun, but there's no grandkids, so it just kind of dies out, doesn't it? I guess that's the way with anything, You have your fun, and then it gets a little boring to you. You get a little older. Then if you have kids, you watch your kids enjoy it, and that's fun. And then it gets a little dull when they're gone on their own thing. And also, when you start having to pay for it. When you were little, you didn't have to buy the presents, so that was a lot of fun. Now you're like, oh my God, I racked up my credit card again. I just paid last year's off. So I'm sure some of you can relate to that. But I'm just trying to brainstorm. Again, this video's not planned, so everything's just coming top of my head. I didn't even know when I turned the camera on what I was going to talk about. So what else reminds me of Christmas? We didn't have snow. I'm in the South, so snow never reminds me of Christmas. Christmas music. Hate Christmas music. Never cared for Christmas music. I did like that Ray Stevens song, Santa Claus is Watching You. I liked when that video came on. They were played it. I liked the Elmo and Patsy. The grandma got ran over by a reindeer. They played it too much, so I got sick of it. So I was really sick. I didn't like Christmas music, but the few songs I did like, I was sick of them by the time Christmas came around. I guess another thing is the stores. I can remember going to Kmart Christmas time, all decorated out. They had the Christmas section, and it was just, you knew when you go in there with your parents, you're like, okay, what can I find to write down on my list? So that was a lot of fun. And speaking of wanting stuff, one thing I really love to do is get the wish books. I talked about that before, like Sears, JCPenney's, Wilson's, Keys. Nobody has Keys, but I think it was a Southern thing. Keys, catalog showroom. But you would open up the catalog and flip through it and circle what you want. Oh, there's a watch I want. Oh, Jabba the Hutt playset. Circle that. Circle what you want. Put a big X through it. It was like, please don't ever buy me that. Don't. No. So that was a lot of fun. Then, give it to your grandparents or your mom and dad or whatever. And they look through it and they know what to get you. When I was in my teens, it was Toys R Us. I was on video games. So Toys R Us had this wall where you could have like a little flap where you look at the game cover, flip it up, look at the back of the box so you can kind of see what the game was about. But you take the little piece of paper out, take it to the front, and they give you the game. Well, I would take that piece of paper, usually to my grandma, to my mom, and be like, this is the game I want. Here, just take this piece of paper to Toys R Us, give it to the lady up front, she'll get you the game. Whew. That way you be sure to get what you want. Didn't always work. And I think a lot of people did this for some reason, or maybe they ordered too many cards or something. Because sometimes you get up there and be like, oh, we're out of it. I was like, well, hell, I got the paper right here. Sorry, we're out of it. Whoa. I remember that, getting the piece of paper at Toys R Us. That was always a lot of fun. So, again, I'm just trying to brainstorm what else reminds me of Christmas here. But I guess that's about it. I mean, it was an exciting time as a kid. Even if I'm not a very religious person, and to me, it never was about God or anything. I know I'm just bad to say I didn't go to church or anything. I mean, I've been to church, but I never went willingly. I never really went as a kid. But to me, it was about, I wouldn't say it's just about the presents, but come on, 99% about the presents. It was about the family coming over and everybody. Oh, my mom used to make these brownie things that were so good. But, now my grandparents have passed away, of course, and I'm older, and it's just, it's not as special as it was. I'm sure all of you can relate with that. But I love to hear you guys' Christmas. What were your Christmas like? What were some things like once that hit, and that was putting you in the spirit? Like you knew Christmas was around the corner. Once you saw Rudolph, or once you saw Frosty the Snowman, or heard Christmas music on the radio. What was it? Something that really like, okay, this is it. Christmas time. It's Christmas season. Let's get to it. But again, I wanted to throw a video up. And I hated to not do a video. I know I didn't have to, but I like doing videos. And kicking myself where I did this whole video where, it wasn't just, never mind. I don't even want to get into it. But anyway, let me know about your Christmas. Like I said, what put you in the Christmas spirit? What you miss about Christmas? And what did you love about Christmas? What made you say, this is Christmas? Let me know that and more in the comments below. And as always, I'm on my content. Subscribe to the channel. Talk again.
Hey, Junkman channel popping though.
Thank you, sir, for that unsolicited testimony.